everybody in the auditorium. So we appreciate you being here and flexible. Students, like Chapel, if you could wear your mask while we're in here in close proximity, that'd be helpful. We're changing up some things because of germs, and so that's why we're not having everybody come forward across the stage and shake everyone's hands. We're going to have you stand. A lot of the awards will be where you are. We'll recognize you. We want to recognize you. Some of the more significant awards we have up here with trophies, and we'll have you come forward and receive them with your coaches. So it'll look a little different than what we've done before, but it still is a time for us to honor our students. We're also splitting up our awards, parents and those watching, just so you understand. We're doing our Fine Arts and Athletic Awards this way, and our academic awards we're actually going to do virtually. And that will be our honor rolls and the top students in each grade. Those things we're going to actually make a video production, kind of like we did our Christmas program, and that'll go out after graduation. So that's the first time we've ever done that. I'm excited about it. Actually, it will allow us to get names and pictures and exactly on a PowerPoint. It'll be a beautiful thing that you can actually share with your family. And you can send it to grandma who couldn't come and see it. So it'll be a link. So we're doing some things a little different, and hey, this is the year to do things different, right? And that's why we're here. So I appreciate parents being here, students, for your attention. And we're going to read a couple things. I was thinking, as I was thinking of awards programs, there have been a lot of awards programs that I've been a part of, some as a student, some as an educator. But there is an awards program we don't want to miss. And it's the one when we stand before the Lord. And sometimes, I don't know about you, but if you're sitting there and you're on a team and the coach is about to read who was MVP, you're like, maybe it's me, maybe it's me, maybe it'll be me. Even though maybe you never played in any of this, but maybe it'll be me, maybe I'll get the MVP. And then somebody else gets the award and you're like, oh, coach didn't see, coach didn't, whatever. We all kind of have that sometimes. That's our natural response. But I want to encourage you what Jesus says in Matthew chapter 10. He says, whoever receives you receives me, and whoever receives me receives him that sent me. He's talking about rewards. And he says, whoever gives one of these little ones even a cup of cold water because he is a disciple, truly I say to you, he will by no means lose his reward. Now, if Jesus Christ says you're not going to lose your reward, you're not going to lose your reward. God sees everything. He sees your thoughts. And so an encouragement, you may not be rewarded or recognized down on this world for things. We're all fallen. We don't see it all. We don't get it right. And that's part of human nature. But there is something else we're living for that is way more important. And God doesn't miss a single thought in our minds. So be encouraged that the things that matter in eternity, there is an awards day coming. So it's appropriate for us to recognize and talk about those who have accomplished great things. And we're excited. We want to encourage our students. We want you to be enthusiastically applauding them and be thankful for your classmates, those kind of things. But remember, this is not the place that matters. And we count all these things as loss for knowing Christ. And that's something we all can do. So just a word of encouragement as we start our awards program today. So I'm going to open in a word of prayer and read a couple of the first awards, and then we'll have Mrs. Fulbright, as our Fine Arts Director, begin with the Fine Arts Awards, and then Mr. Johns, as our Athletic Director, will come and do the rest. So parents, by the way, these seats up front are for you. So those of you who slipped in the back, we actually reserved the front. So while I'm praying, you can just come up down front so you can have a better view. So parents, the first 5 rows are reserved for you, so come on down front, and I'll pray a long prayer so you have plenty of time to come up down the front. Okay? Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to have this awards program. Thank you for this school year. And we do not take for granted the fact that we can preach the gospel, we can speak the truth. And Lord, we're thankful for that. And we want to proclaim you as we learn academically, as we participate in fine arts events, as we compete in athletic events. Lord, we know that the gifts that you give us are from you, and we can't take credit for them. We didn't come up with them. Anything we receive is because of your grace. So we give it back to you and give you the glory ultimately. But we want to recognize our students and our parents and all the hard work that has gone into this year. So I pray that you'd help us as we recognize these student extracurricular areas today, or be with each student as they hear the awards read, and may their heart be joyful. Rejoice with those who rejoice. We pray all these things in your precious name. Amen. All right, we're going to start with the President's Award for Educational Excellence. And this is an award that is a national honor that is given out by the Office of the United States President, and there's certain requirements. And I'll ask these students to please stand. The way we're going to do it is certificates. Normally we'd give out a bunch of certificates, but they're going to be actually in packets that each child will receive a packet at the end of the awards, and they'll be out on the tables out there. So I'm going to have these students stand. So when I read your name, students, if you would please stand right where you are, and then I'll read the whole list, and then we'll give a big round of applause after everyone stands. So it's Rhoda Adigan, Taya Bechtold, Wes Durden, Caitlin Foster, Leslie Gutierrez, Lynn Ho, Felix Huang, Mary Kate Johns, Faith Lewis, Elena McDaniel, Hallie Mock, Min Win, Phoebe Fame, Lindsay Ross, Daisy Song, Win Tran, Zhang Tran, and Naomi Vieira. So please stay standing. So this is 12th grade. This award is given at 8th grade and at 12th grade. And here are the requirements. These seniors will receive a certificate in their packet at the conclusion of this program in recognition that they have a 3.75 or 85% numeric average or higher on the math and or verbal portion of the SAT, as well as high achievement on state and nationally normed reading and math examinations, and recommendations of a teacher plus another staff member. So this is a high award that is set across all the schools, and these are the students who achieved that mark over 4 years. So they have to do this from 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, so it's given at the conclusion of 4 years. So let's give these students a big round of applause. All right, thank you. You can be seated. We now have some miscellaneous student activities, and I'd like to recognize the Quiz Bowl Award students. Could the following students please stand? And they participated in Quiz Bowl with Mr. Allen as the coach. So Wes Durden, Preston Pack, Caitlin Foster, Jacob Allen, and Grant Elder. Congratulations to our Quiz Bowl team for their work this year. Great job, you guys can have a seat. They came close to defending their title, I think, right? Is that correct? It was just very close they got to the championship round of the state tournament and almost did it, but we'll get them next year. It's good, we're competing. All right, next up we will have the Math Club, and this is the students who are a part of the advanced mathematical topics. So Hannamel Abibi, Shalana Lam, Zhang Tran, Zakong Lee, Travis Burton, Inya Mohan, Andrew Chinchilla, Din Nguyen, Sarak Hagos, Daniel Noli, Felix Huang, Ann Tran, Vincent Marcello, and Hope Tran. All right, these guys were a part. Congratulations, students, on your dedicated work. Remain standing. Your certificates will be in your packets as you collect. So anytime a student stands, they'll receive a certificate. It'll just be in their packet, and we won't have them come up. So we have 2 awards that we're going to give out, and the most valuable member and the coaches award for this team because they did compete. And so our coaches award goes to Zhang Tran, and she's not here. She's actually in Vietnam right now. So she might be watching. She's in quarantine in Vietnam. And so congratulations to her. And our most valuable member is Felix Huang. Let's give them a big round of applause. All right, thank you. You can be seated. We'd like to recognize another group of students, and these are our group leaders. Our group leaders, for parents that may not understand, we divide up about once a month or a couple of times a quarter into groups. And it's a discipleship group of students made up from 7th to 12th grade, and these are our student leaders. And this is part of how we fulfill our mission to make disciples. We have scholars, disciples, and leaders. And so leadership and discipleship are part of this group leaders, a very important piece of Killian Hill. They don't get paid for this. This is an opportunity for them to lead their students, and it's not easy. I don't know. It's hard for me as an adult to lead a group of students sometimes, but to have a peer stand up and lead their students is really a challenge. So we appreciate these students who have been, they're not perfect, but they're willing to step up and say, I'm going to lead our group and group discussion and help lead these. So I'd like these students to please stand, and they'll receive a certificate in their packets as well. So will the following students please stand? Lindsay Ross, Rhoda Adigan, Tashina Verghese, Naomi Vieira, Mary Kate Johns, Rose Elder, Becca Aldridge, Wes Durden, Hallie Mock, Emma Parker, Grace Anderson, and Seth Abels. These were our group leaders for this year. All right, thank you. You can be seated. And our next group before the Fine Arts Awards is our junior marshals. And these students are students who will be a part of our graduation ceremony. And we would like to recognize the juniors who are coming and taking the place of the seniors. They actually march in on our ceremony, and they are recognized as the top getters of GPA, the value in GPA in their class. And they are, if you could please stand, Tashina Verghese, Daniel Noli, Johan Terrazas Damasino, and Grant Elder. So these are our junior marshals. So we're going to ask them they actually carry the flags in and stand up in front of the ceremony when we do our graduation ceremony. So it's a great honor, and we look forward to that. We are now going to transition to our Fine Arts Awards, and Mrs. Fulbright is going to come and present those. And so how many of you were at our Disney concert on Friday? How many of you were there? Wasn't that awesome? That was so fun. So I know that you've done a lot of work this year to put together the Fine Arts Awards, and it's been different. And Mrs. Fulbright will mention that, of course, but we're still thankful for what God allowed us to do and for the blessing of having the Fine Arts Department. After she is done, then Mr. Johns will get up right away and give out the athletic awards.
The Oratorical Excellence Award goes to the student who has demonstrated outstanding abilities in speaking and acting. This year's recipient has received countless state and national placements in preaching, solo and group speaking performances, as well as demonstrating phenomenal acting skills. This year's award goes to Wes Durden. Wes, go ahead and stay down here. Becca Harrison, Becca Aldridge, and Elena McDaniel, please come forward. In the fall, we had no idea how to proceed with a musical in a COVID year. We literally took one day at a time as we navigated masking, school closings, and quarantining of cast members. Practices online. God bless this cast and crew of Peter Pan in a way that we never imagined, and we're just so thankful. There are 4 students we want to recognize today. The first one I want to recognize is Becca Aldridge for Best Supporting Actress. She was phenomenal in her role as Smee. The next one is, the next girl I want to recognize is Best Actress in a Supporting Role. It goes to Becca Harrison, who anchored this entire team and just brought reality to this magical performance. Best Actress goes to Elena McDaniel, who brilliantly played Peter Pan and flipped all over that stage and then just could sing beautifully without even catching a breath. And Best Actor goes to Captain Hook, Wes Durden, who was a character that we loved to hate. So let's give them a hand. Thank you. Next, we go to the Senior High Piano and Flute Awards. The National Federation of Music Clubs. The following students who participated in Federation may stand when their name is read. Your certificates will be in your packet, and you can pick them up at the conclusion of this program. Participation certificates go to Gwenna Monroe, Inya Mohan, Natasha Neenan, Grace Anderson, Amari Baker, if you could be standing, please, Adaris Encarnacion, Daniel Noli and Nick Porterfield, and with the exception of two, I think there are three. We have them online, so let's give them a hand. You may be seated. When I call your names, can you please stand? Your rewards will be given out when we receive them from the National Federation of Music Clubs. This National Federation sponsors a festival each year in which students prepare and play 2 memorized pieces for a judge's comments and a rating. They then accumulate points based on their score and may earn a gold cup at 15 points, 30 points, 45 points, and 60 points. Gwenna Monroe has received a 30-point gold cup. Inya Mohan has received honorable mention. Amari Baker, a 45-point gold cup, and Adaris Encarnacion, 30-point gold club. Let's congratulate these students. Technathon is a piano competition that inspires advancement of fundamental technical skills, including scales, cadences, arpeggios, and music theory. The following students demonstrated commitment to advancing their musical excellence by participating in the Technathon this year. Please stand when your name is read and your certificate will be in your packet. Gwenna Monroe, Inya Mohan, level 4, 2nd place. Grace Anderson, level 5, 3rd place. Amari Baker, level 4, 1st place. Hallie Foster. Daniel Noli, level 6, 1st place. Level 9, 2nd place. Nick Porterfield, level 2, honorable mention. And Preston Pack, level 5, 1st place. Our congratulations to you. You may be seated. HymnFest offers piano students an opportunity to develop skills needed for music ministry in the church. The following students prepared a memorized hymn arrangement and played it for a judge in addition to their Technathon performance requirements. Please stand when your name is read. Your certificate will be in your packet. Grace Anderson, honorable mention. Haley Foster. Daniel Noli, 3rd place. And Preston Pack. Congratulations. You may be seated. The National Piano Guild Award. It sponsors Guild auditions in each spring in which students may prepare anywhere from 1 to 20 memorized pieces or musicianship phases. This event for our piano students is a measure of their progress in piano from year to year as they advance to new levels. The following students are being awarded their certificates for completing their Guild audition successfully for this year. Please stand when your name is read. Gwenna Monroe, Inya Mohan, Natasha Neenan, Grace Anderson, Adaris Encarnacion, Daniel Noli, Nick Porterfield, Preston Pack. Congratulations. You may be seated. Technique Skills Awards are presented to the top 3 piano students in the 10th through 12th grade who have demonstrated a high level of achievement for their age and experience. These students have outranked others in their precision, technique, attention to detail, ability, and musicality, and have also demonstrated faithfulness and dependability through consistent practice habits and steady progress made throughout the school year. Award winners this year, if you would come forward, please. Bronze goes to Grace Anderson, silver goes to Preston Pack, and gold goes to Daniel Noli. Congratulations, students. You may be seated. The Georgia Music Teachers Association audition. It's extremely competitive, and students must be selected to progress to the next level in order to continue. This year, one of our students received the Outstanding Performer Award at all 3 levels and finished 4th in the state for the 11th grade. For this outstanding achievement, this award is being presented to Daniel Noli. Daniel, please come forward to receive your reward. Thank you, Daniel. This year has been a challenging one for our instrumental and choral departments as we face strict COVID restrictions and guidelines. Ms. Perry, Mr. Habegger met the challenge with determination and creativity as they practiced through extreme weather under the big tent and on the soccer field, and we are thankful for their zeal. We also want to thank our students for their perseverance all year, and this goes to the orchestra, for their 7 a.m. practice times, their flexibility with unpredictable practice conditions. The Band Orchestra Awards. The award for Most Improved is given to a student that has not only been teachable, but has most consistently applied instruction and gradually contributed more and more to the success of the band or orchestra. Please come forward. Sarah Buckland for the Senior High Orchestra Award, and for Senior High Band, Trey Kegler. Congratulations. Would Natasha Neenan please come forward? The award for leadership is given to a student who led their ensemble by their musicianship, teachable spirit, and continued growth over the course of the school year. This student is not only one of the most valuable players in each group, but also the student that set the pace for their peers, held a high standard for themselves, and took opportunities to help other students, and most consistently inspire their classmates to improve and excel. This year, Senior High Orchestra Award goes to Natasha Neenan. This year's Senior High Band Award, stay right here, goes to Daniel Sickert. Congratulations, Natasha and Daniel. Would Johan Terrasas and Becca Aldridge please come forward? This year's Most Improved Award goes to students who have achieved the most improvement in vocal range and ability. Johan has done that, and we want to congratulate him with a Senior High Award. Also, this year's Leadership Award goes to a student who demonstrates leadership in her choral ability and has shown herself to be a leader among her peers. Congratulations, Johan and Becca. This year has been different. We had to flip our seasons just because we knew that we were not going to be able to have a musical in the fall, and we would not be able to attend the competition. So we did a virtual competition that's highly competitive. It was the Bob Jones Festival. It's a national competition. So these students that you are going to see stand are national winners in an extremely difficult competition. The majority of the students that participate are homeschoolers, and this is what they do all day. So I was so very proud of these particular students. So as I call your name, will you please stand where you are? I believe these awards have been sent directly to the students, and they involve trophies and free educamps this year and tuition paid for the first semester of the student if they do choose to go to Bob Jones University. Each year, Bob Jones sponsors a national festival involving all major aspects of fine arts competition. Results for this year's national competition include the following. High school choir, second place. Will you please stand? You may be seated. Small vocal ensemble, first place. Stand, please. Elena McDaniel, Becca Harrison, Taya Beckhold, and Grace Anderson was in this group. Highly competitive category. Another category that's incredibly difficult to even make in the top 10 is the ladies vocal solo. Our school placed first and second. Elena McDaniel placed first, and Taya Monet Beckhold placed second. Stand, please. You may be seated. Another very competitive group is the acting category. It's difficult to even get in the top 6. This year's acting group, it included Wes Durden, Elena McDaniel, Becca Harrison, and Preston Pack, placed first place. Congratulations. Another incredibly difficult category is the solo acting performance category, and they place all religious, dramatic, humorous. All of these categories are dumped into one big category, and it usually consists of hundreds of participants. And Wes Durden won second place. Wes? Congratulations. The next categories are just fascinating to listen to, and they consist of original oratory. Becca Harrison won second, and Abby Rebello placed third. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you so much. I would like Elena McDaniel and Daniel Noli to come forward, please. Recognition for the Cougar Award for Fine Arts is based on a point system of overall involvement in the many aspects of fine arts, from academics, quiz bowl, choral and vocal involvement, debate, speech, drama, instrumental groups, and art. The students being recognized today have distinguished themselves in leadership, skill, and dedication to the arts and represent the spirit of the Fine Arts Department. We do not have the trophies here today, but we certainly would like to recognize these two young people. Elena McDaniel came to Killian Hill her freshman year and was immediately recognized for her acting and singing ability. She has been involved all 4 years in the productions, with major roles as Mrs. Bennet in Pride and Prejudice, Mother Abbess in The Sound of Music, and this year's lead role as Peter Pan. She has won state and national awards in vocal solo and ensembles, acting, readers theater, choric speaking. This year's Cougar Award for Fine Arts goes to Elena McDaniel. Daniel Noli has been here at Killeen Hill for many years and has distinguished himself in fine arts math competitions, quiz bowl, debate, drama, piano solos, and duets. He has won multiple local, state, and national awards and then continues to grace KHCS with his servant spirit as he accompanies choirs and musical productions. This year's Cougar Award for Fine Arts goes to Daniel Noli.
It's my privilege to present the athletic awards, and so we'll begin with varsity volleyball. Would the varsity volleyball team please stand? Our volleyball team began with a tough season with all the COVID regulations, but we began to fill the gym with friends and family as the season continues. The girls developed great chemistry as the season progressed, and under the leadership of Coach Harrison, made a run into the GAPS playoffs. Could the following players please step forward when their names are read? A.C. Yerrick, Rebecca Harrison, Kayla Harrison, and Mary Kate Johns. For the Most Improved Award, our new player this year, A.C. Yerrick. The team player goes to Rebecca Harrison. The MVP to Kayla Harrison. And the Defensive Player of the Year goes to Mary Kate Johns. We had one all-region selection. Mary Kate, if you would stay. These are voted on by the coaches of the region, and our selection for all-region volleyball was Mary Kate Johns. Congratulations to our young ladies on a fantastic volleyball season. Would the varsity cross-country team please stand? I wish I knew the number of miles these students ran while training for our Saturday cross-country meets. Not only did these students regularly run longer distances, but they also showed up here early on Saturday mornings to travel to our meets. Our team definitely reached some personal best and improved throughout the season. Could the following students please come forward when their names are read? Hannah Melabibi, Rachel George, Hallie Mock. I guess Hallie will represent the whole team today. So for our most improved, Hannah Melabibi was our most improved player, Rachel George was our team player, and Hallie Mock earned the MVP award. Would the boys varsity basketball team please stand? Under the skillful coaching of Mr. Sherman and Mr. Holden, along with two dedicated dads, Mr. Lamoth and Mr. Holder, our varsity boys basketball team showed off their strength and speed throughout the season. The team took several hits to their season due to COVID and remained resilient while making a run into the region playoffs. No other team had the speed or stamina to challenge the top teams in our region like our Cougars did. Could the following players please come forward as your names are read? Trevor Hayhurst, Jalen Holder, Josiah Lamoth, and Alfred Bright. Alfred Bright is receiving the award for Defensive Player of the Year. The Team Player of the Year goes to Trevor Hayhurst. For our MVP, we have co-MVPs this year. These two young men excelled in leadership, scoring, and defense, and we are proud to present the co-MVPs to Jalen Holder and Josiah Lamoth. Congratulations to our varsity boys basketball team. Would the varsity girls basketball team please stand? Under the skillful coaching of Mr. Bailey and Ms. Hayhurst, our varsity girls team not only met expectations but exceeded them by making it into the second round of the playoffs in Macon. The first playoff game was memorable as our Lady Cougars came back to beat Johnson Ferry and came out with the win. Ladies, we are proud of the way that you worked together and played with determination and heart. Would the following players please come forward? Akayla Price, Becca Harrison, Mary Kate Johns, and A.C. Yerrick. A.C. Yerrick is receiving our Defensive Player of the Year award, and she's not able to be here today. Our most improved player for this season was Akayla Price. Team player is Becca Harrison. And the MVP goes to Mary Kate Johns. We had two All-Region Award winners. Mary Kate, if you would stay. A.C. Yerrick was our first All-Region Award winner, and Mary Kate Johns was our second. Congratulations to our girls varsity basketball team. Would the varsity boys soccer team please stand? Coach Hildebrand led his team by maximizing their speed and skill on the field. The team worked together on the field and showed amazing passes that led to solid assists, goals, and a great show of teamwork. The guys put on great games night after night and moved into the playoffs as the #2 seed in the region. These guys showed resilience and determination in the face of injuries and missing players. Would the following players please come forward as your names are read? Aiden Johnson, Seth Abels, Trevor Hayhurst, and Jake Allen. Our most improved player was a young man who excelled and continued to improve game after game, and that is Aiden Johnson. Our team player is a young man who's grown in his ability to play soccer each year that he's been here, and this is Seth Abels. Our MVP, our defensive player of the year for this year is a young man who was a rock wall at the back, and that's Jake Allen. Our MVP for the year is Trevor Hayhurst. I would also like Vincent Marichello and Johan Terrazas to now come forward. We have not yet received from GAPS our All-Region and All-State awards, but for All-Region, what's that? And Josiah. Yes, Josiah, would you also come forward? For our All-Region award winners, and we will have these trophies to you as soon as we receive them, Vincent Marichello, Josiah Lamoth, Jake Allen, and Seth Abels. For our All-State selection, this year it goes to Johan Terrazas. Congratulations on a great season, boys. You may have a seat. Would the varsity girls soccer team please stand? We were privileged to have a team that had senior leadership, a strong junior class, and a rising group of freshmen and sophomores to shore up that starting lineup. While we knew that injury prevented several of our players from participating, our hopes were high for a great season. Despite difficulties, the girls had a great season and competed each night for a victory. Would the following players please come forward as your names are read? Bami Dogim, Phoenix Parks, Becca Harrison, and Mary Kate Johns. Most Improved Player Award goes to Bami Dogim. Team player was a young lady that led us in goals this year and just excelled as a freshman. We're proud to present that to Phoenix Parks. Our Defensive Player of the Year needs no introduction. She solidified the back line every single night. That award goes to Becca Harrison. And the MVP for this year goes to a young lady that I love very dearly. It's my last year coaching her, so I'll stop now. Mary Kate Johns. Again, with this group, we have not received our All-Region and All-State awards, but if we could add in here Morgan Jackson to this group. Morgan, if you could come forward. We had 4 All-Region awards, and that would be Morgan Jackson, Becca Harrison, Phoenix Parks, and Mary Kate Johns. And for both the boys and the girls, these are voted on by the other coaches in the region. And so the same is true with the All-State Awards. And so for our group, Mary Kate will be the All-State Award winner, again, when we receive it. All right, thank you. You may be seated. Actually, Mary Kate, would you stay? Josiah, would you also come forward? The Cougar Award for Athletics is given to the high school boy or girl who best exemplify the ideals espoused through Cougar athletics. The coaches select the students who demonstrate superior athletic performance, academic performance, and participation, as well as Christian character. This year's award winner, as voted on by our coaches. Mary Kate Johns began to play for the Cougars when she joined the middle school volleyball team her 6th grade year. She's played 7 seasons of volleyball, 7 seasons of basketball, and 7 seasons of soccer at KHCS, as well as 1 season of cross country. She was a bit timid in those first seasons playing sports, but anyone who's seen her play during her high school years would agree that she's no longer timid. She has both athletic skill and determination, making her a fierce competitor for our Cougars. This year's Ladies Cougar Award goes to Mary Kate Johns. Josiah Lamoth began his career as a Cougar athlete before middle school even started. He excelled even as a junior league basketball player. He's continued to impress as a middle schooler and now as a high schooler. He's known for his speed, skill, and athleticism. Josiah has shown improvement each season that he's played for our Cougars and now is in the running for All-Region and All-State awards. This year's Cougar Award for Athletics goes to Josiah Lamoth. All right, you may be seated.
Congratulations, that is so special. It's neat to reflect back on all the things that happened this year. Our final thing we want to do today is our yearbook dedication. And so we would like Miss Rosalie Parks to come forward. Where is Miss Parks? And this is her family that have her family made the surprise visit here. Did you know this was coming? Okay, I didn't think so. Good. We like surprising you. You love surprises so much, don't you? I'm going to try to read this. I'll do the best I can. This year, our dedicatee has passionately served Killing Hill Christian School as a dedicated teacher for over 30 years, 34 years to be exact. During her time at KHCS, she has made a tremendous impact on her students. How many of you have been taught by Ms. Parks? If you could, oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Her legacy is seen in her gracious words of admiration spoken by staff members and students. Throughout the years, she has entertained her students by sharing stories about her cat, Joe Black, telling jokes, and updating them on the class fish, Finn. She is a well-loved teacher whose passionate and joyful spirit is contagious. She is supportive of her students and asks them to come to her when they need help with their homework or encouragement. One of her most significant attributes she has taught her students is patience in and out of the classroom. Even if her students are not using the quadratic equation or the hypotenuse theorem, they will always remember she encouraged them to use patience. We are honored to dedicate the 2020-2021 yearbook to Mrs. Rosalie Parks. Mrs. Parks, you are a blessing to our school. Thank you for helping us when we had trouble understanding. We love you, with love, yearbook staff, and all of the KHCS family. You can have a seat now, if you want. Do you want a speech? You want to give a speech? Come on up and just say a word. This is, many of you maybe you don't know, she's retiring after this school year, and so this is her last year with us. I had the joy of being in the math department with her this year, and so we had math meetings every year. I'll get out of the way. So it was great fun to be with you. So do you want to say a word?
Okay. Hold it. You got it? I just want to say thank you to everyone. There are a few teachers that I taught to. They're in here. For everything, for just being good students for me, and I will miss you.
Thank you. Yes, all right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Parks. We're going to miss you. Students, you'll be receiving your yearbooks as you leave today, and so they will have a time. This afternoon, we're actually going to have the 7th and 8th grade awards in here as well for fine arts and recognize them. High school, during that time, at the end of the day, you will be in the gymnasium, and we'll be having a special session with you as we look to the summer, and that will also be some time, a little bit of time to sign yearbooks. So we'll be able to get those yearbooks on your way out, the way there. So let's go ahead and close in a word of prayer, and we'll be dismissed for this program. And thank you.